Hello, Music Multiverse listeners, and welcome back to Beyond Your Radio Album Listen Challenge Time, Redux 2025. We've revamped the show because it's important to challenge ourselves, and this one's a challenge tonight. Listening, we feel this program needed a reboot. So what do we mean by Redux, you might ask? The album here was picked by me. It can be picked by you in the audience. As a matter of fact, in August, it will be coming. We have one of our commentors is going to join us in August. He has selected the album, and he will be joining the show. So I'm looking forward to that. But right now, this one was chosen by me. There's reasons why, but I'm not going to say. I let the panelists who want to take part in this come on. Tonight, we only had 2 takers. I assure you this is not one of those albums that's offensive by any means. I've done that before. This will open the panelists to there's a reason why I picked it. So and they'll give you their review of the album, perhaps what they thought it was going to be like when they saw it. They had no preconceived notion of the record, I don't think. I know at one point I didn't know this record existed. Maybe that's a hint as to why it was chosen. So we'll do. I'll tell you about the album. The person who suggested the album, that's me. Well, I'll talk about it. Those that accept the challenge, well, they're going to be able to rate the album on the same scale we normally do, and then we'll average it out and see what happens. Now, the other part of this is the album that scores the greatest of this year will be able to go into the album wars. And right now, that's Rival Sons, Great Western Valkyrie. Mm-hmm. So let's introduce the panelists because it's that time. He was planning on solving the Kennedy assassination tonight, but he couldn't resist an album listen challenge. Jeff Young.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey.
Is it Sue? It's Sue! Susie Q!
Wow.
And I can see her in the mirror.
Huh? Oh.
Oh, okay. Hello, panelists. Are you guys ready for this one?
Sure.
Yep.
All right, tonight's album is Life in the Foodchain by Tonio K. from San Joaquin, California, I believe it said. This is 1978. The record label is Epic, but one of the subsidiaries, I don't remember the name. The songs on here. Life in the Foodchain starts us off. The Funky Western Civilization. Willie and the Pigman. Ballad of the Night. The Clocks All Quit. And the Government Failed. Satire. American Love Affair. How Come I Can't See You in My Mirror? Susie Q. Better Late Than Never. A Lover's Plea. And they finish with Hatred. Hatred. Because everyone loves a good spelling record. All right. So the album will be scored on album artwork 0 to 5. The album full of music 0 to 5. The musicianship, band or melody 0 to 5. Accessibility 0 to 5. Is it easy for a listener to get involved in? Would be a 5. Very difficult would be a 0 or 1. And then album production 0 to 5. There is no more overall rating. We're just going to take the average. So let's get this going. Mr. Young, I give you this record, and what do you think before you even listen?
Before I even listened to it, I just had zero expectation because I never heard of it. Didn't know what year it was from. Didn't know if it was a person or a band. I kind of thought it might have been a person, but that's just a guess. So, yeah, I just didn't know what to expect.
All right. Anything you want to say about it prior to your scoring, et cetera?
Well, I mean, the first thing I thought of with the title track, that's the first track on the album, I just thought, okay, this is, very similar to George Thorogood, where, some of these songs are going to be not so much singing, but more storytelling, not necessarily speaking, but in that vein, especially when you get to like some saxophone. It's very classic rock-ish, but it's also, I kind of feel like just the way the vocals are done, it's kind of very similar to, like, I think I mentioned earlier, it's kind of like a cross between Cage the Elephant and George Thorogood. And so it's good. I don't know if I'm gonna want to listen to it more than once, but I mean, I think that the two songs I think that are most like songs would be "American Love Affair" and "A Lover's Plea." Yeah, well, they're all entertaining. I mean, they're all good. I mean, not that I would say all songs are something you want to listen to. Most albums don't have all songs that you want to listen to repeatedly, but it's good. I just I can't tell too on from listening, if he's just a vocalist or if he's, you know, if he's actually performing at all. So it's hard to identify. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny too. Like usually with the saxophones, you think, oh, it's 80s, but I couldn't tell initially. Like I didn't know, is it from the 70s? Is it from last week? I don't know. Like can't really tell. But yeah, I thought it was interesting on one of the solo. I think with the second song, maybe. It sounds like not really a solo, but they were scratching the strings almost like it sounded like a chicken. And that was just weird. But yeah, I don't know. And then on the second song, there was like a woman speaking French, I guess it was. I don't speak French, so I have no idea what that was about.
Yeah, it was kind of odd to have that one in. That was the one that lost me a little bit, for sure. I mean, I liked it where it was headed, but then when that came in, I'm like, now I got to remember French, and I should remember, but I didn't go that way for me. But
so that probably just needs a little more context than the rest. But
yes. All right, you ready?
Sure.
All right, let's talk about that cover. What do you want to score that?
I mean, it's pretty average. I'll give it a 3.
Okay. Flow of the music.
I'd go with a 3.
Band and melody or melody.
I'd go 3.
Accessibility.
I mean, if it weren't for YouTube, I don't know if I'd find it. But we do have YouTube, so I'll give it a 3.
Okay. Well, the accessibility of finding it, yeah, that's one thing. It's production.
I mean, it's older, but for the time, it's fine. It sounds like everything from the 70s, so I'd give it a 4.
Okay. All right. And as you stated, this is one time only for you, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's like if it was on, I wouldn't mind listening. I'm not gonna go out of my way to listen to it. I mean, if it pops up because I had listened to it once before, I'll click on it again. Like, it's good. I mean, it's probably one of those things where it's not gonna grab you, but like maybe just something that would grow on you. It's not like if it was released as a single and you heard it involuntarily, it might grow on you and you'd want to listen to it more. But that's probably not gonna happen here because who listens to radio anymore? And
I do.
Yep, Sue does.
Well, this is not on the radio, so
yeah, I know. It's beyond your radio. Ooh.
But it is surprising, like something like that you wouldn't hear it more on like some of those classic radio channels. Having never heard it ever, me being born in 71, like you think I would have came across it once,
right?
But because I feel like if you had heard one of these songs once, you'd remember it.
Yeah, they're really good. It's not. It's stuff that could have been on radio. I mean, the vulgarity, I think maybe that might have twisted something, but yeah. All right, we'll move to Sue.
Okay. Well, so I had never heard this album before either, but I do remember you had talked about a band that used like an AK-47 or some kind of gun shot within a song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so obviously 1978, so before some of these and before most of these, but when I was listening to it, I had little shades of like Meatloaf, Foreigner, Rob Thomas, Mick Jagger, Steven Tyler. One of the songs, Better Late Than Never, reminded me of John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yes.
And I also got a heavy serving, I feel, well, not a heavy serving, but feeling of like the Georgia Satellites.
You are my ever-loving baby. Yes, I know that you would never do me wrong. So I hope that you won't take offense, but I've got to ask you some questions, darling, because there's something most unusual going on. For instance, how come I can't see you in my mirror? I
just
Okay.
a, you know, kind of a tongue-in-cheek.
I was trying to think of them when I
Yeah.
was, but I was like, that does sound like something, but I couldn't place it, and that's probably
Is
what
that
it was.
them? Yeah. Yeah. So, uh, oddly enough, well, and it is cool that they're from 1978 too, because I would say it's still kind of relevant, and has survived. I don't know that I love the songs. I can't say that. Maybe it's because I didn't hear them earlier on. I don't know. And sometimes, like, if you miss it, it's gone. Um, for me, I kind of like the songs later in the album versus earlier. I was trying to appreciate them and I had a hard time. But, you know, the last few songs, I don't know if it was growing on me or if I don't know. It was just coming together a little bit better. I don't know. But A Lover's Plea for sure. And Hatred, I think it was the one that had the gunshot in it
Mhm.
too. I do not recall the French, but there was a
Yeah.
lot going on. You're trying to listen to everything. Um,
We.
we. So yeah, it wasn't a bad listen.
We that.
I don't know that I would listen again. Like nothing drew me. Nothing was like, oh, that's awesome. Little shades of things were what I was listening for, and maybe again, maybe it's because I wasn't in the right mind frame. I don't know. Um, I I would liken it to something like I was trying to think like Corky and the Juice Pigs or something where it's like quirky and slightly off kilter, and either you connect with it or you don't. But either way, that obviously they're good musicians, and um, you know. So yeah, that's my assessment.
All right.
They're probably great live.
Yeah,
We will
they
never
would probably
know.
be. They would have probably been fun live.
That's it, right?
Good.
All right,
Good.
Sue, I'll ask you about the
Like
album
kind of
art.
almost like drinking songs.
What?
Almost like drinking songs.
Drinking songs, yeah.
Easy to.
Yeah.
They got some refrains that are just
Okay.
basic
Get
chants.
some people riled up. They're riled up.
Mm-hmm.
Album artwork.
Yeah, I'll go with a 3 as well.
Flow.
3.
Melody.
2.5.
Accessibility.
Wait, do we always do melody?
Band or melody, yeah. Musicianship, band, melody.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Okay. I might go back to that in a minute. Okay, so what was the next one?
The next one will be accessibility. How easy it is to get into the music, or in Jeff's case, find the damn thing.
Yeah, I'll do 3.
And then production.
Okay, so I think I'll do 4 actually for the melody musicianship, and 4 for production too,
Okay.
considering it's held up pretty well.
All right. Okay. It's great when there's 3 people because it.
I wasn't sure if I should listen to the surround sound FM stereo version or the Dolby surround sound version.
Actually, yeah, there's actually probably a Blu-ray. And Sue, when you is this a one and done for you, or I liked it, it might grow on me, I really enjoyed it, or I can't believe I missed this. It's now my.
If you
favorite
play it
album.
enough around here, she might start to gravitate towards it.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
All right. Well, you are the vampire girl in the song. It says,
The mirror.
why can't I see you in my mirror?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Why would I be in your mirror?
It's creepy.
It's creepy. So why this? All right. So this is considered one of those albums that people just couldn't understand in the critical acclaim, et cetera, that why this wasn't really big. Here's what I
They
hear.
have it. Sue and I are not critics.
Yeah,
No.
I hear.
We're
I hear-
critical.
I hear she ain't pretty. She just looks that way. Kim Mitchell, Northern Pikes, serious but not serious. I hear really good songwriting. This gentleman is a really, really good songwriter. I don't know if the picks are where they are, but the critics adored this album. It went absolutely, utterly nowhere. This is on the list of albums that they can't believe it and never heard of. Yes, that is Dickie Dale, on there in multiple tracks, and he is the surf man himself, surf rock, which led to metal, and that was ahead of that. Prior to the album, he was recording with Buddy Holly's band, The Crickets.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I was hoping our other panelists might have joined on the show, but they, you got to get him here some other way. He is good friends with Charlie Sexton, who is a marvelous singer-songwriter and very close to Stevie Ray Vaughan, right? So there's another guy in the mix. Holy crap, right? It doesn't end there. His final album, Olay, which I was going to pick, it was produced by T-Bone Burnett. Who was in the band? Booker T. Jones is in the band. How do you get Booker T. and Jones in there when you supposedly, you can't sell an album? Because it's the music, it's the songwriting. Not to mention Bruce Thomason is from The Attractions, and here comes the other people. Yes, Charlie Sexton. Rusty Anderson's on there. Los Lobos' David Hidalgo's on there. Paul Westerberg from The Replacements. The man is in the know and the how. At the one point, they thought his one album was one of the best non-Dylan made Dylan albums. He co-wrote Love Is, all right, which was recorded by, nobody remembers 1993, the most played song? That's Vanessa Williams and Brian McKnight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll play it, in this thing, and I'll probably get sued.
And I believe that it conquers all, but it's a mystery. Love breaks your heart.
He's written songs for Steve Jones of the Sex Pistols, and then as far from that as Burt Bacharach. That's a man who has songwriting range. However, songwriting is not one of the choices on our, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it should be. That is the revelation of tonight's show.
Mm-hmm.
That will be an added category from now on because it's not fair. It's just not fair.
It's true.
Right?
Is it a song? Don't sing it.
You can write songs, melody, and phrasing. So jazz people would have an argument with you there, right? Soundtrack work. We're not done. Batman Forever, Clay Pigeon, Summer School, and True Romance. He's written with and for the recently deceased Brian Wilson.
Oh,
I
great.
don't
Now the
think
person he knows is dead.
Not to mention, Al Green, Bette Midler, the Pointer Sisters, Tanya Tucker, Dinah Shore, Percy Sledge, Phoebe Snow, the Runaways, Patty Smythe, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and most recently, Robert Randolph.
Did you go through his Facebook friends list or what?
Yes, I did. I hunted it down.
Stalker.
I bring these albums, right? They can't be Nashville every night, but this is I had a very good time listening to this record. It reminded me of Kim Mitchell, in those kind of things. I love the snag there with the combination of Cage the Elephant and
Thorogood.
Yeah, Thorogood. I think those are all in there. And why? And Corky and the Juice Pigs. I didn't even think of that. And you know why? Because Weird Al Yankovic says he's one of the greatest songwriters.
Oh.
So there's your connectivity in that piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did he write any songs for Weird Al?
No, Weird Al writes his own apparently. So I scored the album. Let's see. Mine was the album artwork 2.75. It's terrible, really.
Wow.
I don't even understand the cover. For
Hater.
the
H-A-T-E.
I thought the flow of the record was pretty good. That was a 4 for me. The musicianship of the band and the melody, a little bit over average. Obviously, I think there's a lot of people playing on this, especially Dick Dale. Accessibility, it's a 5. This is very accessible. It's rockabilly, it's classic rock, it's surf rock, it's got a little bit of like pop, psych, and punk attitude because he's angry. He's pissed on some of these songs, but he's doing it in this.
I don't know
But
why.
no, but it's angst, but it's not. It's kind of playful, right? Satirical, and even very, very Elvis
Passive
Costello
aggressive.
in it. Say again.
Passive aggressive.
Passive, yes. There you go. Who doesn't love a good passive aggressive? My album production was 3.75. It held, it's a little bit above board. I mean, it's 78. It sounded pretty good, and the Blu-ray sounded fantastic. I don't see the Blu-ray. So, having said that, my score wound up being a 19. Jeff Young was a 16. Sue was a 17. It will not beat Rival Sons by any means, or those that came for it. It's actually, this will probably be the lowest scoring record maybe on the bunch. But again, if the other panelists who are a little older than we are might have scored this out.
Oh no, they're a lot older than we are.
Alex. I mean,
Yes, Alex. Oh, he would have. So I'll thank the panelists for doing this tonight, for this participating. We will return in a few weeks, and we are going to be doing, because it's going to be close to Canada Day, we will be doing Edwin's Another Spin Around the Sun, which was his debut record. We'll have that on the show. And then again, after that, we will be getting our first one from one of our followers, subscribers. And speaking of that, if you haven't subscribed, hey, what's one more channel you watch or scroll through and go, no. Is that just me? Please comment. We'd love to know your impression of Tonio K and this album, Life in the Foodchain. It's not a waste of your time. You'll enjoy it. It's not that way. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like it. If you don't hit the dislike. That means you dislike the video. Again, if you dislike the video, then hit the dislike the video. But please let me know why, because then I like to change it. I don't.
Yeah, if you're gonna dislike it, go the full 9 yards and give us a nasty comment.
Yes. Yes.
An angry
Thrash
letter.
us.
An angry letter.
Yes, right.
Letters. We get your letters.
Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, your teacher, your dog walker, your mail person, your Sherpa, your spiritual advisor, your bandmate, maybe even your parents. Yeah. Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Happy listening.